Morning, Reds. Sam here for United People's TV. Hope you all had a good weekend. Hope it wasn't too wet where you were. It was down here. We're going to get straight to it. Today is going to be a little bit different because we're just going to concentrate on one report because it's such a big one. Now, it sort of emerged yesterday afternoon that Sergio Ramos didn't have a certain future at Real Madrid. That's what reports are saying. Sid Lowe, who's a very respected journalist, came out with about 3 o'clock, I think, with an article in the Guardian saying that he could be that United were asking for Ramos as part of a deal to take David De Gea to Real Madrid. And less than a few hours later, it was followed up by pretty much everyone in Spain. Cadena Cope, who are a radio station, they were reporting some interesting facts. They were saying that Ramos currently earns €6 million a year on a contract that expires in 2017, but he wants that to be improved to 10 million euros. But Madrid are only willing to go to 7. Also, there's a journalist called Paco Gonzalez who was on Cadena Cope, and he said that Madrid were unwilling to compromise and give anything more to Ramos than they've already offered, which is an increase from €6 million to €7 million. Now, immediately, alarm bells are ringing because players' new contracts. I'm over here. Players' new contracts, interest from United. That tells us in recent history that nothing good's going to come from it. Dante, Thomas Muller. It now even looks that Ilkay Gundogan may be signing a new deal with Borussia Dortmund after everything. Although that's not certain yet. That's just how speculation's going. What do we make of all of this? Let's not get this twisted. Sergio Ramos is, or has been, one of Real Madrid's best players. Well, he's been there for 10 seasons now. He's only 29. Well, I say he's only 29. He's in his prime now as far as footballing years goes. Sorry if my voice is still a bit iffy. I probably sound like Barry White on here, don't I? Sorry about that. Sergio Ramos is the sort of he's an arsehole. I don't like Sergio Ramos as a person. As a footballer, he's very good. He seems to crop up with really important goals as well. Champions League final. I'm pretty sure he scored a couple more important goals as well. But he is technically a veteran defender in the fact that he's played 10 years for Real Madrid, but he's still only 29, and he's still got a good, well, at least 3 years in him at the top level, maybe even more. With Real Madrid, you look at Ramos and say there's absolutely no way that Sergio Ramos is going to leave Real Madrid. Then you remember that you thought the same thing about Mesut Ozil. You thought the same thing about Angel Di Maria. Every single year, Real Madrid have a cycle of players, and there's always a victim. There's always somebody who goes out the door. As I said, last year it was Di Maria and Rodriguez came in. This year, maybe it's Ramos. I mean, when you look at United and players we've been linked with at Real Madrid ever since De Gea has been linked with move there, it looks like Ed Woodward's playing games, and it's about time. We've been linked with Gareth Bale, Karim Benzema, Rafael Varane, and now we've been linked with Sergio Ramos. Who's to say that any or all of them would come, or none? But it's good, at least good to see that these negotiations aren't just straightforward for Real Madrid. They aren't just going to offer us a measly €20 million for David De Gea. We'll shake their hand and wrap De Gea in a bow tie and give it to them. No, it looks like United are digging their heels in, and that's exactly what they should be doing. Now, Ramos could be that leader in defence that United need. United desperately need. He also plays right back, which helps, I suppose. We need a right back. But he would be pricey. What I want to know from you guys and girls is, would you be A, interested in a swap deal with Sergio Ramos and David De Gea? And B, if you were, what would you say would be fair terms? Would it be a straight swap for Ramos for De Gea, or would it be Ramos plus 10 million, or would it be De Gea plus 5 million for Ramos? How much do you think Ramos is worth? Remember that he's 5 years older than De Gea, so in terms of longevity, United aren't going to get anywhere near as much out of Ramos as Real Madrid are going to get out of David De Gea. But he could be that leader. I mean, he's not the sort of signing that United do typically, is he? No, he's not. But neither was Van Persie, and we won the league that year. I mean, is it now the time where we have to accept that we do need ready-made world-class players, and we do have to pay big money for them? Is that what United are currently in? Because Van Gaal's probably going to be here for another 2 years, so he needs to build for these 2 years, and he wants to win the title by the end of the third. So this year we're working up. This year we need to be challenging this year, and does that mean we need to buy a player like Ramos? Well, we certainly need someone in defence, and there's probably not going to be that many better. I wouldn't say he's available, but as is the case with pretty much every footballer, if a club comes in with a good bid, he'll be gone. He'll be sold. That's just the way football works. It's a business. If United put in an offer that Real Madrid can't refuse, they won't refuse it. It's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out, because it only really emerged yesterday. So we're going to expect some movement on it this week at least. So what we'll do is we'll keep you up to date every day with the latest Ramos rumours. May even make a show. No, we won't. On Transfer Daily. And we'll bring you more rumours tomorrow. But we just wanted to focus on the Sergio Ramos rumours, because I think it's what everyone's going to be talking about. So yeah, get involved in the comments, guys. Please like the video and subscribe as always if you're new. And we'll be back tomorrow with another UPTV Transfer Daily. And don't worry, because we're going to be having more videos soon. We're just getting all ready. It just takes time because, you know, we're only a small team, all right? So we'll be here soon. So take it easy, guys.